Hey, what's up, dudes? Welcome to the channel. Just some guy. If you're new here, welcome, welcome. If you're not new here, welcome back. So day 2. Thanks for all the good words and stuff like that from the video from yesterday. I clocked in this morning. I don't know what I said yesterday, but today I'm at 288.5, which I think is higher than I was yesterday. I'm pretty sure yesterday was 287 something. Maybe it was 289. I'm not sure. I'll have to go back and watch the video. I need to actually just write it down or something along those lines for tracking purposes. But at the same time, I think tracking every day is kind of rough because you're going to have heavy fluctuations sometimes. Because yesterday, I drank a lot of water. But at the same time, I also had leftover ham that I brought back from my mom's house. And I'm wondering if maybe the salt had some sort of water retention. And after I get rid of that from the system, I will be fine and we'll get back down. But if you didn't watch my video yesterday, the other video, the New Year's resolution one, I was thinking about it, right? Is a lot of people do this kind of thing for a New Year's resolution. And sometimes, sometimes it sticks. A lot of times it doesn't. And I think that's because with weight loss, especially even for myself, I understand the first 10 pounds of water weight. When you first start working out, you start going down really rapidly in weight, and it feels good, man. You hit that first week and you're like, oh, I'm down 3 pounds, and you're like, yo, that's good. Feels good, man. And then afterwards, you hit the losing 1, maybe half a pound a week. And then you start getting frustrated because you're like, well, it's not working as good as it was. I'm doing everything that I needed. And then maybe you have one day where, you go out with friends or something and you eat a little bit too much. And then you hit the scale the next day and you're like, oh my god, I put 2 pounds on. This pre-morning poop or something like that. And then you get frustrated. And then you quit. Because, well, what's the point? I'm working hard, watching what I eat, and one day sets you back, a week's worth of effort. However, you don't think, oh, well, we just go again, right? Because, well, you're like, oh, this was unfortunate. And then you just keep powering through. No, you just go, oh, well, it's time to give up. And that mentally is a heavy barrier. Especially how I mentioned yesterday, when it's just you. You don't have anybody, you don't have a support system. You don't have anybody motivating you. You don't have anybody, keeping you, holding you accountable. It gets real easy to just go, yeah, I'm just not doing this today. Yeah. Yesterday, after after doing the bike. Like, I was up and down. I put a bunch of stuff, like, in my basement, like my grinding stuff, which you saw on the video that you watched yesterday about New Year's resolutions. And so I was, like, up and down the stairs. And this morning, like, that constant up and down the stairs, bro, my legs are killing me. And at first I thought, well, I did extra workout yesterday, so I don't need to hit the bike today. And that was like the creep in my brain, right? Like, well, I did extra yesterday, so I don't have to do it today. But then I was like, well, no, because if I don't do it today, then I'm probably not going to do it tomorrow. You know, we're not going to fall into that trap. Plus, you know, I wouldn't have a YouTube video for today. You know, what's my YouTube video going to be? Hey guys, I decided to not keep up. Hey guys, welcome to the channel. That lasted all of one day. Today we're going to eat this pint of ice cream. My 296-pound life. So we just gotta power through it, right? We just gotta go from here. Now, like I said, I appreciate the comments. In terms of, like, there was one guy who mentioned starvation mode. Now, in the past, and this is all just like the interesting thing about, like, weight loss and things along those lines is that there's, like, so much info out there, and, like, contradictory info too. Because, like, sometimes, you know, they're like, oh, the science is settled on this, but then there's, like, a whole bunch of other people on the other side that are like, nah, dog. And, like, one thing I looked into a long time ago was what's called starvation mode, where, like, even if you're fat, if you don't eat a certain amount of calories a day, your body will go into what's called starvation mode, and it'll start cannibalizing muscle over fat. And, like, one thing I always saw was that was more of a low body fat percentage person's problem, where, like, if your body only has a small amount of fat, then it'll do that. And, like, I looked into it quite a bit, because people were just like, bro, you can't just eat 1,200 calories a day. You're gonna, you know, and this was, like, at the time, I think I was, like, 265. I wasn't as fat as I am now, but I still was pretty fat. And I was like, that doesn't even make sense. Like, if my car, like, I got a full tank of gas, you know, my car is not going to be like, bro, I know we've got 3/4 of a tank of gas, but I'm going to stop working and doing some other stuff because you don't fill up at every gas station. You know what I mean? Like, maybe if my body was like, whoa, we only got like 2 or 3% fat left, like, we need to start working on something else, man. We can't get rid of all of it, you know. So that would make more sense. But I can't imagine that my body being like, oh, hey, you know, we got plenty of oil reserves, you know, being like, oh, he didn't adequately fill us back up today. I know we're working at a deficit, but let's just break everything and run right off the rails. But regardless, I am trying to eat at least a decent amount of calories a day. Like, you know, I'll have like one meal and then this thing. So I think the last time I checked, yesterday was a little bit more than normal. But like, normally I'm eating like 12 to 1500 calories a day, give or take. So I don't think it's too bad. I'll eat like a half a pound of hamburger, so maybe that's more. I don't know. I drain a lot of the fat and everything out of it. Which, by the way, what is your favorite hamburger ratio? I like an 85-15. I think like anything like 90, like 90-10 and above, just crumbles. It doesn't have flavor because there's no fats in it. And anything below like 80-20 is just garbage. Like, I like 85-15. I think 85-15 is like the golden zone of hamburger ratios. You know, I put a little bit of extra lemonade in this today to see if that would offset it. And it did. So, yeah, you just put more lemonade in. So, but I do think that like the fitness stuff is interesting. And one thing about fitness, and like losing weight, is that everybody is different. Everybody's different. There's no one-stop shop, except that you got to have more calories out than you have calories in. I mean, that's just science, you know. So I do have to figure out like talking points for this. Maybe I'll do some research each day and just kind of talk about what it is that I'm trying to attain, where I'm going. I'll answer comments. Yeah, that's what we'll do. I'll pick out some comments and I'll address those comments. So if you've got things that you want me to talk about, you know, put them down there. Maybe I'll talk about them. I do think, though, I'm going to keep these at 15 minutes. And what I'm going to do is, like, as this gets easier, I'm just going to increase the resistance. So that way, you know, I'm not going for, like, super long. It's not like, oh, you know, I'm going to be here for a half an hour. Maybe I'll do some research on what the adequate time is. Because, like, maybe I can up my resistance and then do, like, 10 minutes, right? Because that'd be much easier to do during the day. Just, like, knock out 10 minutes. Boom. High resistance. See how that works for my cardiovascular. It does feel nice to get this sweat on, though, like in the middle of the day. I'm hoping, one thing that I thought about the other day was that when I was skinnier and I was on keto, I felt like I had better brain cognition. And that's always a thing that I'm worried about on a regular basis, is that. So here's hoping that that helps out with that portion. We're coming up to 15 minutes. Slow it down a bit. I am recording this a little bit earlier today, but that's because It's Friday. I don't have any meetings. It's the Friday after Christmas. There ain't nothing going on. So I wanted to get this done a little bit earlier. I feel like if I'm not having a hard time-ish talking, I'm not going hard enough. So hopefully you guys don't mind. But I am done for the day. Let me know in the comment section if you got any questions, things you want me to cover for tomorrow or on another video. And I appreciate you appreciating me. Catch you guys in the next one. Take it easy, homies. Peace out.